Thomas here, and today we're going to be taking a look at what can only be described as the weirdest looking protein skimmer that's currently available. It is none other than the Bubble Magus Z series. I think it's pretty fair to say we all know what protein skimmers are and how they work. So we're actually going to start with the unboxing so I can show you how odd this particular skimmer is, yet at the same time how familiar it is despite its super 80s anime giant robo mecha suit styling. Super angular, but it fits that mission that Bubble Magus was on to create the ultimate compact skimmer. Let's take a look. In the box you'll find the Z series protein skimmer body, the collection cup, the bubble diffuser, the Venturi and pump adapter, the pump, some tubing, a 2-year warranty card, a sponge cleaning brush, and a snazzy pack of stickers. The Z series, while really odd at first glance, is a super cool design that is hyper focused on saving space, or rather fitting into the tiniest space possible for those reefers who have extremely cramped quarters in their subs. The easiest way to explain the Z series design is like this. Take a standard protein skimmer, take a cross section of that skimmer, and then cut that cross section in half vertically, and boom! All of a sudden, it starts to make sense. Not only did Bubble Magus distill the skimmer down to the smallest form possible, but they also trimmed off even more by using a recessed venturi and tubing, an air silencer built into the cup, as well as a novel belt-driven gate for water height adjustment. They also extended the length of the skimmer cup over the side of the skimmer to help create more volume for skimming without adding any bloat to the footprint, and also included a drain port as well as some tubing so that you can use an external waste collection cup as well. Overall, it is a super slim and very well thought out piece of gear. The Z series comes in 4 sizes. The Z5 is rated for up to 40 gallons for most reefing applications, with a footprint of only 6.3 inches by 3.9 inches and coming in at a height at 18.9 inches. The Z6 is the exact same as the Z5, but uses a non-controllable DC pump for reduced wattage and even quieter operation. The Z7 is rated for up to 75 gallons for most reefing applications, with a footprint of only 5.12 inches by 7.88 inches and a height of 20.8 inches. The Z8 is the same as the Z7, but like the Z6, uses a non-controllable DC pump for that reduction in wattage and even quieter operation. And all 4 of the models are rated for best performance at an 8-inch water depth. Like I mentioned earlier, to adjust the water level inside of the skimmer to dial in that skimmate collection, the Z series uses a nifty belt-driven gate. You can turn the knob at the top of the skimmer neck to the left or right to open or close the gate. They do have a max and min marking and a few dashes, as well as a small arrow on the wheel so you can keep track of the ideal setting for your particular tank. And while there is no air adjustment, it looks like Bubble Magus did a really good job of pairing the pumps with just the right flow rating for the skimmer so that the foam production is consistent, and all you need to do is decide if you prefer to collect it wet or dry. It is, however, very easy to add an inline valve for just a couple of bucks if you do want to have some control of the ratio of air to organics when you're using this skimmer. When it comes time to dump out that skimmate, the cup lifts straight off. You will need to disconnect the air tubing from the air silencer that's built into the cup if you want to carry it off to a sink or drain, or you can just use a small container and the drain port on the side of the cup for quick disposal of wet skimmate. For a full skimmer cleaning, Bubble Magus made things quick and simple by avoiding thumb screws entirely and instead used a set of 4 silicone rubber locking tabs that make it a breeze to disassemble the skimmer and access the pump. They've also provided a nice sponge cleaning brush with the skimmer so you can easily get into the nooks and crannies of the slim body, neck, and cup, which is very much appreciated. While it likely won't be for everyone, the Z series is going to be a perfect fit, literally, for those reefers who've got very little space available for a protein skimmer but still want the benefits that a skimmer provides. So if that sounds like you and the Z series from Bubble Magus matches your reefing mantra, you can go ahead and pick one up for yourself by clicking right here.